Hi everyone, it's Leona with Leona's Designs. I just wanted to do a quick flip through of this little journal I created. It's a one signature journal, and the cover was created from a cake mix box. I covered the cover with fabric that I had on hand, a couple of different kinds of fabric, and made a pocket out of fabric scraps. It has a little tag on the front, and the spine is a hidden spine. I created a tassel on the spine with just bits and pieces of ribbon and beads and a little charm, and the tassel is held on by a pop-top cap with a brad. And I think it turned out very nice. I tried to use mostly recyclable materials in this, or what some people might call trash. So I'm going to just try to do a quick flip through here. Its closure is just a piece of ribbon, and this tab, or this pocket, has this tab that is just called Life is Lovely, and that is the name of the journal, Life is Lovely. And that just slips in there and enhances the cover. And then on the inside, I covered it with some scrap of paper and ribbon, some more material. I made a pocket here of fabric scraps that I slow stitched on. And in this little pocket, it is a little gusseted envelope that I created out of a piece of scrap of paper. It says, "I am loved." It has a little button and lace, and a Velcro closure opens up to hold little hidden treasures. And because it is a one signature, I created this portfolio, or this folio, as a little just bonus. I had this greeting card that I thought was beautiful, so I thought I'd create a little flip out portfolio and close it with a hair tie. And I put some little phrases on it: live, love, and enjoy life. And it just flips open 3 ways. And I put pockets that have fabric scraps. This one has choose joy, and a little phrase that said, difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. And there's a piece of ribbon there and a tag that I covered with some scraps from material that I cut out, little flowers. It says, life is beautiful. There's journaling space on the back. The background of these pages is some paper that I created from copying some fabric doilies I have on hand. I just laid them on my printer and copied them, and they created this kind of lacy look paper. And this pocket here is another fabric pocket. I did a lot of slow stitching on it with some of these little yo-yo flowers and buttons. And the phrase says, life is a journey, not a race. And there's 2 tags in here. This one just has a piece of fabric on it and journaling space on the back. This one has an image of a vase of flowers that I drew a couple years ago, and I made it into a pocket, and there's a little pull out here, kind of like a bookmark, that I cut from a junk mail flyer. It has a bunch of people all over it, and it says, live full, the life you have imagined. And that could be journaled on. And then The middle part I just made into a little notebook. It has, I think, like 3 pieces of paper. And it says, live your dreams out loud. And on the inside back, I made a belly band out of a scrap of scrapbook paper, glued some fabric butterflies on there, and added a piece of my journaling paper that I created, actually flower stationery I call it. It has flowers and little quotes like let your ideas bloom, and that is for sale in my Etsy shop. I have, I think, 6 different kinds of the flower stationery that is a digital download. And then on the back is a pocket, another pocket out of scrapbook paper and a piece of fabric I cut out and sewed some buttons on and glued down, and a little bookmark and another one of my flower stationery pieces. This one says you matter, and it's daisies. These flower stationery papers can be printed in different sizes. This one I printed 4x6, but they can be printed 5x7 or 8.5 by 11, any size you want. You can print them side by side, 5x7 to put in a journal, or just separate. And they are in my Etsy shop. I'll link that below. So that's a little folio I created. Woo! Okay. My little closure just flipped away. Then inside, I believe I put 15 pages in here. And this is some paper that I created on my jelly press. And I have journaling space here. This paper I collaged on. Made this little envelope that pulls down to write on. This is some of my Franken paper, and I clipped an envelope, some beautiful stationery that I was given. It has envelopes and stationery paper, and envelopes, beautiful. And I just put that on there. So this journal has a lot of journaling space in it. This is just a small piece of a book page. I glued this little envelope there and this little journaling card. Another little envelope made out of a junk mail envelope with a piece of note paper. More journaling space. This is some just trash paper that I painted over with stencils. Put in there, and I did leave some of these pages blank, so the person that gets this journal can be a little creative and do what they want with these pages. This is more journaling space. These are 2 pieces of book page that I glued together and left open for a pocket. This is a calendar. Cheerfulness is the atmosphere in which all things thrive. Jean Paul Richter. And I thought that was a pretty quote, and I made that into a page, glued journaling space on the back. This is a page from, I believe it's a quilt making book. I just loved the pictures, so I left that blank. On this side, I made a pocket. I put a little tag that says grateful. And this little pocket is made out of a junk mail envelope. More book page with journaling space. On this side is another tag for a journaling card. It says believe in you. and it has a lot of magazine images glued together. The book page. A little tuck spot is made from scrapbook paper. Some more journaling pages, blank pages. This is my flower stationery that I printed side by side, 5x7, and this one is lavender. It says all you need is flowers, and then I backed it with this image, and on this side is daisies, and it says you matter. This is another page that I painted and stenciled. More journaling space, book page, and another little pocket made from a junk mail envelope. This is a little notebook that someone sent me. It says love it all, and I just stuck that in there. More writing space on the back of a calendar. Another pocket made from book pages. Blank paper, and on this side I made a tiny belly band with just bits and pieces. And this is a journaling card created from an index card that I put a picture of one of my birds, a happy vulture, and a little quote that says, "A frown keeps others away, so smile freely." And that was part of the DIY index card challenge on Instagram, I believe. I created this. More journaling space on that copy paper that I made from copying fabric doilies. And this is a little envelope pocket. I created a scrapbook paper, and there's a little space for a note to tuck in there. This part just opens up with a Velcro closure, and on the back is journaling space. More Franken paper, more stencil paper. This is a little notepad that I created. It's a waterfall notepad, different colors, different levels of notes, and the cover is a receipt, a store receipt that I painted on. And more of the jelly plate paper. Also created a writing board. I used chipboard and just covered it with different papers on each side, so that people can use that if they want to write in here. Gives them some stability. And then on the back is another pocket that I created from a fabric scrap. Did some slow stitching and machine stitching. Put my business card in here. I put a little, another little index card that says, "Wish on a star. Live life to the fullest." There's journaling space on the back. And then this is a little note that I always put in my journals. It says a little about this journal, and it tells all about the journal and what you can use it for, and it gives my information on there. I think that helps people kind of be inspired to know what to do with their journal and how it came to be made. And so that is it. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope maybe you were inspired to create your own little journal out of a cake mix box. And I will be doing another flip through shortly of another small journal I made from a cake mix box, and it is a prayer journal. So I'll be doing that soon. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. There will be more coming. Thanks, and have a great day.